Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You probably didn't expect my voice here in Tier 2, but because it's Tier 2, and what? Anyways, I'm commentating, so just keep that in mind. If you expected Aiden or Jack, I have no idea what they're doing, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, so we're here in Saudi Arabia. Don't know much about Saudi Arabia. One thing I do know about the track, the Jeddah Corniche Circuit, temporary street circuit, as you all may know, located on the Corniche, which is a 30-kilometer coastal resort area of the ancient of Jeddah, and it was designed by Tilke, Herman Tilke, and his company. Yeah, it's 6.174 kilometers long, which I believe makes it the second or third longest track on the calendar. I believe. Yeah, I believe it's second. Anyways, we're now watching Webberson, the McLaren driver. Oh, that was a lot of oversteer there for Webberson. The what country is Webby from? I have no idea. I'll check that, but I'll check that as we are watching him go round the track, going into turn. I believe that's some. Now, there's a lot of turns on this track. There's 50. Oh wait, no, that's number of laps. There's 27 corners on this track. We just saw Webby go through turn 13. Now he's already I believe turn 19. Yeah. Here is turn 19 and turn 20. Oh, sorry, 22. As he sets the fast sector 2. He's got his DRS open and it's just a dash through 25 and 26 towards 27, the hairpin, which gives the drivers a nice run onto the Saudi Arabian. Well, not the Saudi Arabian, just straight at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Webberson sets the fast lap with 1 minute 30.356. He's 5 times faster than the race lap record set here by Lewis Hamilton last year. Next car to cross the line will be an Aston Martin, but he's not on lap. He's starting a lap, so that means it'll be a Red Bull B Firepool next to cross the line. As Firepool goes faster than Webby by over a second. The Red Bull driver, 129.325 for him. Webby's done a 130.356. Seems, but we do have 2 different tyre compounds on the cars. We've got Firepool, who is on soft compound tyres, and Webby, who is on mediums. As now Webby set the fastest sector 2 again, but I believe that, yeah, he has set the fastest sector 2, and he's on mediums, so he may be challenging for pole position here on mediums. Well, yeah, pole position, since it is short quali. Zan Brosnan now goes P2, 1 minute 30.013 for him. He's still 7 tenths slower than Firepool, but he is on mediums as well. Oh, he could have, I believe he impeded Enviable Scarf there. Zan Brosnan, the Ferrari driver who is the successor to my former seat in VRL Tier 2. As here we see Ajox just going straight on at the runoff. I believe he's trying to get out of the way of the Alpine of GBO, which he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are your top 3 predictions here in Jeddah? Mine currently are GBO, Sappy, and Firepool. So yeah, going through turn 13, GBO, he set the fastest sector 1 on mediums. So I believe Firepool might just slightly slip out of my top 3 predictions. It might just be a driver like Sam Prosen, sorry, who or Alina. I completely forgot about Alina. I thought she was in tier 1. So it probably for me will be GBO, Alina, and Webbyson. So we'll see. Anyways, fastest sector 2 now for GBO, going through turn 25. Now hugging that inside wall to get the shortest line possible. Turn 26 and turn 27, the final hairpin, which leads onto that straight. As there's the yellow flag, that's Sappy letting someone through using the runoff in turn 15. As GBO goes P2 on mediums to almost just under a tenth slower than Firepool, but he is, remember, GBO on mediums, so he will have that much better starting tyre if he can't improve to get past Firepool. Next car across the line will be the Mercedes of Bolu, so Bolu or Scuderi or Whiteys or however you pronounce it. He's got his DRS open, going through 25 and 26, heading towards 27. The hairpin, like I said, it's also the exit of the hairpin is the DRS detection point, which is right here, and that allows you to open the DRS. And he's going to go close to the wall, but not that close. And he goes P6 on softs at 1:33.84 for him. Then we've got a Ferrari that's enviable. Alfa Romeo, that's enviable Scuff. He's up into P3. Next guy, it's Sappy, who's boxing. We've just seen GBO past start finish line. He's on another lap. As there's Ferrari, I believe that's that's a Ferrari going slowly. And GBO is rounding off the final corner now. He's going to have DRS now, and he might have a slipstream from the Alfa Romeo in front, but it doesn't look like it. He tried to get it as Invisible Scarf in pit lane, and GBO goes fastest by a tenth of a second over Firepool, who set his lap on soft compound tyres. Now he's running on mediums, 2 seconds off the pace. So we'll see yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, next car across the line is the man we're watching, Firepool 185. He's going to try get an even faster lap time, but he's 3.4 seconds off the pace on medium compound tyres. That is really... that is quite slow. In the least disrespectful way possible. 3 seconds off the pace on just one step compound down. Unless that was a visual glitch, but he looks like he is going very, very fast in that Red Bull car. He's only 1/10 off his soft compound time in sector, heading into sector 2 now. So I think that might have been a visual glitch. He gets a very nice exit coming out of turn 13. Heading now towards turn 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and 21. Which is that long sequence of corners that he's going through. No, and he touches the wall! He's hit the wall! But it doesn't look like he's lost too much time there, Firepool. He's still got 1 sec. Yeah, he's still got 1 second left, and he's lost a second in sector 2. And now he's going to go through turn 27, braking and getting quite a late apex there. Well, you should get quite a late apex there, as we've got Abbas, who now goes fastest, but is on softs compared to GBO, who's just gone in on mediums. And Sappy's now retired from session in the pit lane as well, happy with his time of 1:31.020, but sorry, 1:21. But there may be some room for improvement, but we'll have to see. As another person now joins the session, Tabs. He's going to be our 11th driver on the grid. We should have had 12, but somebody decided not to race today, even though they checked in, which is very annoying, you know. Anyways, 4 minutes 50 seconds left to go in this session. Currently, the top 3 are Abbas, GBO, and Firepool. GBO is the only man in the top 3 starting on mediums. Zamprosen now goes fastest on softs, almost a second faster than P4 man, and 9 tenths faster than GBO, and 8 tenths faster. 8 tenths faster than Abbas. But you've got to keep in mind that Zamprosen is on soft compound tyres. Abbas is on soft compound tyres. GBO is on mediums, but was on mediums. Now he's gone out on softs. As you can see on the left hand side, all the tyre compounds, everybody's on softs now. We're just waiting now for Tabs. Tabs to go out, see what tyre he decides. They decide to go out on. And there's the yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. There's some traffic going into the hairpin of turn 13. As Alina has had an internet crash, and she's back now in the session. That's why she hasn't been setting any laps. There's 3 minutes left to go of the session. 3 minutes 25 left to go. Sorry. And next car to cross the line will be a Mercedes. That's going to be Scudero Witties, Bolu. We're going to be watching him on his flying lap as he now goes through turn 27, gets quite a wide line, and then cuts back onto the apex and gets a good exit to start his flying lap. He's going to stay on the outside. Yeah, anyways, 2 minutes left to go of the session. 2 minutes left to go. Scuderi has invalidated his lap time, so the car behind him will be GBO. He's currently in P3. Zan Prosen currently still fastest with a time of 1:28.311, but GBO's flying. He's got the fastest sector 1 and sector 2. He may be able to take that pole position from Zan Prosen in the Ferrari. Abbas currently P2. He's in front of GBO, but GBO set his lap time on mediums. Abbas set his lap time on softs, and Scuderia Bolu might be giving GBO a nice slipstream down this straight. GBO's gonna hug the wall, and he's gonna go pole position. Provisional pole position by a 1/10 of a second over Zan Prosen. Next car across the line will be Red Bull. That's Firepool who's going to be next. He's only going to improve up to... Not going to improve. He's going to be down on his time. And now he's doing another lap. Then after him will be Webby. And behind Webby is the Alfa Romeo Enviable Scarf. They're both on out laps. So we'll see what happens with 1 minute left to go of this qualifying session. DRS now open for Webberson. He's going to go straight down, power down the straight. He was 8 tenths up on his lap. He's P3 currently. Webby. Next car across the line, Enviable Scarf. What time is it going to be? It's going to be a double warm-up lap for him. So this will be his final lap. Enviable Scarf. Yeah. 33 seconds left to go. GBO currently P1. Behind him, Zan Prosen. And it's 1 second, 0 seconds, and it's GBO who is currently fastest. Zan Prosen can't move. GBO's going in the pits. Webbyson's the only person that can catch GBO, but he's invalidated. So it's definitely going to be pole position for GBO. Zan Prosen P2. Webbyson, he's invalidated that time, so he won't have enough time to do another lap. Abbas in the pit lane. Firepool finished this lap. Scuderi with his finished his lap as well, but Enviable Scarf hasn't. He's 2 tenths up. He might get P6 here from Bolu. What time's it going to be for Enviable Scarf? It's going to be good enough for P5. Enviable Scarf's now up into P5, pushing Bolu down the place, and Firepool down into P6. Ajox has just finished his lap. It's good enough for P8. Alina's had some problems in the session. She wasn't able to. She will be able to. She didn't have. She won't be able to set a lap time in this session, so that means she'll be P10, but not last on the grid. It will be Tabs, who will be starting P11 after not entering the qualifying session. Anyways, on the left-hand side, we see our pole position man, GBO, the Dutch driver. The Dutch Alpine driver, in fact, takes pole position by just under a 1/10 of a second from the Monegasque Zan Prosen. P3, we've got Webbyson. He's P3. He's behind. He's 8 tenths behind GBO in P3. Then we've got Abbas, who goes P4. Then Enviable Scarf, Firepaw, Scuderia with his Ajox, Sapi, Alina Serafini, or Serafini. I cannot pronounce her surname. And then finally, we will have Tabs, who isn't shown on this menu because he hasn't entered the team yet. Well, not in the server, in the actual game after joining late. So, ladies and gentlemen, 25 laps around the Jeddah Corniche Circuit. So, we will be able to see what happens, when, and how. If everybody, like, advances, because it's going to take a while. Let's put some definitely non-copyrighted music on whilst we're waiting. Oh, no, that's Microsoft Store. I need Spotify. Oh. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a lobby restart, so we'll see you in about 5 to 10 minutes. And ladies and people, and gentlemen and non-binary and everything, we are back finally after a lobby restart. After a very confusing lobby restart, we're here. It's the night here in Jeddah. Everybody except one person will be starting on soft compound tires. That person will be Sappy. Sappy will be starting on those mediums in P9. So we're just waiting here for everybody to ready up. We're just waiting for the players, as the game calls it. Don't tell me it's broken again, please. Right, 25 seconds until race start. It's gonna be formation lap. It's gonna be a formation lap, unless I forgot the formation lap, then it's gonna be no formation lap, but I think there is a formation lap. That is a very confusing sentence to say. Anyways, 10 seconds to go, until we see, the cars, the 11 cars on the grid. Drive. Well, 0 seconds now. Drive for the full glory. As now we're just waiting for Scuderia with P's. And it is a formation lap. Yeah, there we go. We're here under the lights in Jeddah. Finally. And for anybody wondering about the status of the Formula E race, Giovinazzi last 9.3 seconds behind Sergio Sette camera, and Mutara and Degrassi P1 and 2 degrees. So just putting that out there. And Ajax might be disqualified from the race. We're hearing from race control now. Ajax has started on mediums, even though he qualified on softs. The Aston Martin driver, the Aston Martin reserve, I believe. No, it's Aston Martin driver, not reserve. Might be disqualified from this race. As we're waiting for the cars to warm their tyres up to a nice cool 90 degrees Celsius. Warm up their engines and warm up their brakes and warm up everything, even themselves. Just get a feel of the conditions under the lights. It's oh! That's Abbas hitting the wall on the formation lap. That was interesting. Anyways, here is the predicted pit stop strategy for the soft compound runners. It looks as if they're going to pit approximately lap 10 or 13 for the mediums. And for the medium runners, it's going to be about lap 18 to go into softs. As now we're just watching patiently as all the cars now line up on the grid. GBO leading the pack. GBO, the head of the pack, sorry, and Tabs finishing it off in P11. We're watching from the back of the grid. We're gonna be watching from the back of the grid now as we see green flags now out, and it's gonna be 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4, 5, and we are now racing after a very long waiting period. They're gonna go 3 wide, almost 4 wide into turn 1. It looks as if everybody's going through cleanly. The McLaren has to cut some of the corner. That's Webby who's cut some of the corner. Ajax is going to put up into P7. He's going to have to pit at the end of the stop, otherwise he will be disqualified. And the 2 McLarens are fine. That's Alina and Fireball fighting. Fireball pushes Alina out onto the escape road. As now Tabs is having a go at Fireball 185. going into one of the corners. The fast right-hander says Lena seems to be losing pace. I think she might have some damage. What was that? Tabs just completely went straight on at that corner. Sappy's now down into P11 after having a poor start on those mediums. He's dropped down from P9 to P11. Dan Brosnan is in P5 from starting P2. He's also had a poor start. So has Webby. He's dropped down into P. He's dropped down into P something or another. He's dropped down into P4, not P something or another. He started P3, and there's already fuel spread going on. You can just see the difference in speed between the drivers. As we see an almost 1 second gap between Firepour and the Alfa Romeo, as the two Red Bulls are going to go side by side. I wonder where we've seen this before. Going into turn 27, Alina's the Red Bull that's in front. She's ahead by only a car's length, and Firepour now. Let's go. As GBO sets the fast lap now, Ajax has to pit, otherwise he'll be disqualified, which he is. Sam Prosen and Webby are having a wonderful battle here. The two drivers battling out, battling quite nicely. I sense a rivalry that will last the rest of the season. The Ferrari versus the McLaren. Ferrari versus the McLaren. Maranello versus Woking. As we see Alina and Enviable Scarf going side by side. Alina's got the best of Enviable Scarf, making an excellent move around the outside in turn 13. That was absolutely beautiful. As Firepour's now having, it's going to try have a go on Enviable Scarf, but he's losing that top end speed. As again we see the predicted pit stop strategy. Firepour should be using his ERS now. It would have been a good opportunity. He had a nice little slipstream on Enviable Scarf, but I think he's gonna he's not gonna use it. He's gonna save it all, and they touch. And that was some very, very cheeky weaving from the Alfa Romeo of Enviable Scarf. Tabs is trying to have a go around the outside of Enviable Scarf after Firepour just overtook him in turn 26 as the little left-hand king just before the hairpin. As Tabs is now going to try to go around the outside into turn 1 of Enviable Scarf. He makes the move stick, but Enviable Scarf is still fighting back and loses a lot of time then there. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, is that, yeah. I think that should be much better. Anyways, Webby's son Brosnan's just going past. Whoa! Alina just got pushed into the wall by Webby. Hopefully there isn't any damage for the drivers. For either of the drivers. That could have been very, very nasty indeed. As now we see Tabs challenging Firepour for that P7 position. I think I just heard Firepour lift there a bit. Sorry, not Firepour, Tabs. As we see the telemetry, as Firepour has, Tabs got the DRS, and now we see Scuderia Whitty's dropping back. He's just been overtaken by Sam Prost, and that's Webby going right into the wall. His red tires hitting the wall, and now Scuderia Whitty's and Webbison are both pitting. It's lap 4. Why are they pitting so early? I think they might have. They both might have some damage. We'll be watching his pit stop. He does have damage. Does Webby have damage? Yes, he does. They both have damage. There may have been some incident there that we missed. Sam Proston's up into that P3 position. Abbas in the AlphaTauri is currently P2. Then we've got Alina up into P4. She's trying to get that podium from Sam Proston after starting P. She's now up into P4, looking for that final podium position after starting P10, penultimate on the grid after not being able to set a time in qualifying because of internet issues. And now we see Scudero with he's just cruising past Ajax in the Aston Martin. Super easy move for the Mercedes to make. He just flew past him right there. Ajax is really struggling on softs. I think he might have some damage there as well. We'll have to see. But Scudero with his Scudero now up into P9. And I was gonna say yellow flag, but there isn't a yellow flag. That's in real life. There's a yellow flag, and that's, oh my god, that's a big accident. This isn't relevant to this. It was a big accident in real life Formula E. Alina Serafini's now gonna try battle Zamperson. She's tried to go around the She got oversteer on the exit there, trying to go around the outside of Zamperson there, and almost hit the wall there. But she's had a much better run. She seemed to have had a much better run through there, but is lifting quite a bit. GBO's now got a 3-second time penalty, but he is almost out of the 3-second window from Abbas. As we see Webby getting past Ajax, going around the outside in turn 1. Unfortunately, I missed that, focusing on the battle for P3 and P4. Alina's getting very close. Oh, she hits the wall there. Luckily, it doesn't look like there is any damage, but Ajax now gets a 3-second time penalty. She's got 30% ERS compared to Zan's 62. She is really pushing that Red Bull. She's gonna have the DRS. She's gonna have the slipstream. She's gonna try to go round the outside. The outside gets covered by Zan. Going through turn 27, but she has gotten a better run on him. So we may see a move going down into turn 1. She's gonna try to go around the outside. She is ahead currently on track, but the Ferrari's trying to outbrake her and can't. Alina just had the speed, and Alina's gotten up into P3. Her next target is Abbas, the AlphaTauri. And Zan Prosten now falling back. He's 7/10 behind Alina. Scudero with Teaser and Webbyson are going to go side by side, going down into turn 1. Webby sets the fastest lap, with 1:31.0. Scudero with his stays ahead. Goes in front of Webby. As Firepaw now gets past Enviable Scarf, going down the inside in turn 13. Getting the move done nice and early. Sclerotes now has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as Webby's going to try to go round the outside, and there's contact. There is contact, but luckily it doesn't look like there was anything significant coming off that car. And Webby is really pushing. Look how much closer he got through to Bolu. Through those corners. Enviable Scarf's now going past Firepaw, going down into turn 27. But Firepaw's fighting back. They're going to go side by side. Who have DRS? None of them will have DRS since they crossed the line at the exact same point. Actually, as I say that, Enviable Scarf does get the DRS and gets past Firepaw. Even before turn 1, job done for the Alfa Romeo, but the Red Bull is still looking to get that P6. So Webby's now going past Scudero with his on the straight. You can just see how much that DRS and slipstream is both down the straight. As Sam Prossen's now got a 3-second time penalty after overtaking Alina. When did that happen? But Alina doesn't have any penalties. I don't think she has any warnings as well. So that means she'll probably be she's provisionally P3. But she has to close that gap on Abbas, who is just up the road. You can see him there. Well, could see him. You can't see him now. Oh, he's gone again. Where's he gone? There he is. No, that's not him. He's already down the corner. Where is he? Where is Abbas? Oh, there he is. Just had a glimpse of him. Just playing Pico Abbas. Pico Abbas, sorry. And Firepool's now going past Enviable Scarf on the straight. The DRS is really effective here. Lap 8 of 25. Almost lap 9. Well, not almost. The leader's just going through turn 4, I believe it is. As Webby now sets the fastest lap with 1:38, I believe it was. 1:39, sorry. And it's not really that much battles going on unless you count Alina. Getting slowly closer to Zanpros, and we'll start we soon will start seeing pit stops. It's in 2 laps. Was the predicted pit stop window for the soft compound runners, which is everybody but Sappy. Yeah, so we'll see. Alina's 7/10ths back from Zan, but she will have the DRS going down the main straight and the other 2 DRS zones. So the one she's currently in and the one just before turn 13. She knows we know she's much stronger than Zan in sector 1, but how strong is she? She's testing her luck on the brakes. They've gained almost a second on Abbas in the past couple of laps. Abbas is now up. It's only almost a second in front of Zan. Just look at the amount of time gained. Enviable Scarf's been overtaken Firepool again. He's now up into P6. And Firepool's just got a much better run out of there than Enviable Scarf. He might have a go down into the DRS down right in front of them. Unless he can make the move here, which is very unlikely. Unless you are very brave, as we see him get a 3-second time penalty. He will have the DRS as Enviable Scarf gets a bad exit. They're going to go side by side. Firepool gets in front before the braking zone. That's job done for him, as Zan Brosnan now will have the DRS on Abbas going into the next sector. And Alina will have the DRS on Zan, so this is turning into a bit of a DRS train. But she is gaining so much time on them through these couple of corners, and she will now have DRS on him, but and Slipstream, but he won't have the Slipstream on Abbas. So there is a slight disadvantage for Zan there. As now, both of them will have DRS. Alina will have the slipstream, so she's going to go to the outside, going into turn 1. She will have the slight advantage of the slipstream from the AlphaTauri in front, but the Ferrari brakes super late there. Alina doesn't risk breaking that late, since she might have actually hit the AlphaTauri as they're going to go side by side. That's Alina who spun, and that looked as if that was Zan Brosnan's fault. That was definitely his fault. It seemed as though from the angles that we saw, it looks as if he just turned in. She might have been in his blind spot, but we won't know until the reports come in and we see the angles of the drivers. But yeah, Tab's now up into P4. Alina's P5. She's lost 5 seconds on Zan. Sorry, 8 seconds on Zan there. That was very. That was very naughty there from him. Or them. Not much going on right now, except Enviable Scarf having a go on Firepool. He does have the DRS. He's going to go to the inside. Zan Brosnan's gone past Abbas, but as Abbas now goes into the pit lane. And Enviable Scarf makes a move. Stabs is now up into P3. Alina's going to go into the pits as well. It's the pit window. She's trying to go. undercut Zan Brosnan and Gibio. She's still able to win this race, or even get a podium finish. Enviable Scarf and has just been overtaken by Firepool as Sappy is up now in the P8. His original starting, sorry, not original, one place up from his original starting position, I think. We'll see in a second. Oh. Yeah, one place up from his original starting position. Alina now gets a 3-second time penalty. She's down in P9, but she is gonna try overtake Sappy through here. She has to run on the inside. She's gonna get past easily as Sappy is really struggling. Alina's already gained about 6 tenths on him, 8 tenths now, 9 tenths, almost a second through 2 corners. You can just see the pace difference between the AlphaTauri and the Red Bull. The sister teams. As Enviable Scuff and Fireball are fighting again. They're gonna go side by side for turn 26. Enviable Scuff has the DRS for now, but now Fireball will have the DRS as they go now through the DRS detection point and the activation point. As we see Zan Brosnan just leaving the pit lane now, and we also see Tabs also leaving the pit lane. So Alina's now up into P7. Next car in front of her will be Tabs, which we know she has the pace over because we've seen her overtake him on track, I believe. Let's look at the driver's fastest laps. We can see Alina 2 times faster than Tabs on both of their best laps. And now Abbas is back in the podium positions. Viper's in the podium positions now. So it's going to be a 2-3. Oh, that was very close for Abbas. Almost hitting the wall there. He is really pushing that car. Viper taps the wall. Abbas is going to try and make the move on Viper when he can. He switched sides. He's going to be on the inside. No! The AlphaTauri pushes the Red Bull out wide. Extremely wide. Into turn 23, I believe that is. And now the Red Bull of Zan Brosnan's getting past the both of them. He's going to try and go for the gap in the middle. He's going to try and go down the inside of Fireball. He could have just stayed back and gone that DRS. Oh, that's Abbas getting very untidy through that corner. But Zan Brosnan doesn't get the DRS. And he's now up in P2 as Fireball pits. Alina's going to be up into P6 now. After her recovery, after the spin with her Zan Brosnan. WeBuyAnyCar.com. That's a very nice website, you know. WeBuyAnyCar.com. It's very recognizable. It's not sponsored, by the way. And also, ladies and gentlemen, since there is currently not much going on, it's time for all you Sky Q, Sky Glass customers to press that red button on your remote to see all the highlights of this race alongside the live action. Since we have had some drama this race, we've had Ajox starting in wrong compound tyre and having to pit immediately. Otherwise he would have been disqualified, which obviously he has pitted. We've had Alina and Zan Brosnan having a bit of a clash. And we've also had the incredible battle between Enviable Scarf, Firepaw, and the incredible battle between Alina and Zan before the incident. And Alina's now going past Zan on the straight, actually. 11 laps left to go in this race. Or Tabs gets very close to the wall. I believe he tapped it there. I don't think he would have got any damage, but if he did, then that's unfortunate. He's really abusing those track limits there. He's just going straight on, not even following the track. That might have to be reported to the FIA. He might get a 5-second penalty out of that. As Webby's now going to have a go at Abbas, going into turn 22. Well, would have had a go, but had to back off a bit because of the DRS zone coming up. So he would have had the DRS advantage. He's going to try swip around the outside, but he's not in a slipstream, which is not that beneficial if you've got DRS and no slipstream. But maybe it's waiting for this straight where he will get the slipstream. As we see Ajox getting past Scudero Witty, so he's really struggling. And Webby's now boxed. I believe he's got damage. Unless he's not. He's really stretched out the those tyres. Was supposed to box 5 laps ago. As that puts Alina up into P4. Her next car in front will be Abbas. But she's got a 3-second time penalty. Abbas doesn't. So when she overtakes him, she will need to be 3 seconds in front of him. But as we see, she's gaining so much time on him already. Gap's now down to 1.9 seconds. Abbas really struggling. Gap's now down to 1.8. Look at the pace that Alina is showing. We've got 10 laps left to go in this race. Gap down to 1.6. Will Alina be able to get that final podium position from Abbas and maybe even get that 5-second gap down and overtake Zan Prosen? We won't know until it happens. Gap now down to 1.6, 1.7, sorry. You can just see Abbas right in front of her. 1.8 seconds on the dot exactly. She gains a lot of time on Abbas through the fast section. 4 tenths just through there. As Abbas now gets a 3-second time penalty, so she doesn't have to gap him. All she has to do is overtake him. Tabs also gets a 3-second time penalty. So at this rate, Alina's really hoping that Zan also gets a 3-second time penalty. Another one. So she can, all she has to do is get within 3 seconds, which after she overtakes Abbas, she'll be 4 seconds away from Zan. So we'll see what happens. And now the gap's down to 8 tenths. She will have the DRS going after turn 22. But I don't think she will need the DRS since she's already gained so much time. It's 7 tenths separating the two drivers, the Red Bull and the AlphaTauri, the two sister teams. Just look at that pace difference. The gap's now down to 4 tenths. She's got the DRS. She's not gonna use the DRS. She is actually. She's gonna go to the outside, swoop around the outside into turn 26, 27 now. She's in the final podium position. Next car in front will be Zan Prosen. I cannot pronounce his name, as you can see. So, for legal reasons, I am saying it. Wait, what? For legal reasons, I am saying it like that. For the record, I'm just saying that's the word. For the record, I'm just saying it because I can't. Just can't read it. As Abbas tried to have a go on Alina, but Alina defended well. Got a nice switchback going down into turn 1 and is now finally secured her P3 position. And now she's almost a second up from Abbas. Abbas obviously will have the DRS because it was 0.9 seconds just before the end of the DRS detection point. but he won't have it for the rest of the lap. 4.2 seconds now separating Zan and Alina. Firepool's now got another 3-second time penalty. So Alina, she's gaining on Zan through the corners, but Zan's much faster on the straights. Everybody but Enviable Scarf's now got on the 3-second time penalty. At least a 3-second time penalty, sorry. So we've got Firepool 6 as well. Abbas now 2 seconds back from Alina. Alina still trying to push and get that P2 from Zan. She had a much better run out of the final corner than Zan. Going down into turn 1 now. Nice line, but it doesn't look like she's pushing anymore. She's trying to save those tyres. As she's just trying to just waiting to see if Zan will make a mistake. As now we see Enviable Scarf, Firepool getting past Enviable Scarf, but he has to gap Enviable Scarf by 6 seconds because Enviable has 0 penalties. And it looks like Alina was actually just recharging the battery. She's starting to push now. She's just gained 2 tenths on Zan through the first sector. Gap's now down to 4.6 seconds. She's got 7 laps to do. Scudero with He's going past Ajox. As GBO's now lapping them too. 4.4 seconds the gap between Alina and Zan. And GBO is just holding back so you can have some of that DRS from the 2 back markers. Webberson's going past Tabs, who pits for a new front wing after hitting the wall. Gap is now 4.2 between Alina and Zan. Oh, this is going to be one of the most interesting finishes. We've got 6 laps to go. 4.3 seconds. Will Alina be able to get that time down if she does start to push? But we won't know. We don't know if she is pushing or not. So it's yeah. We don't know if she is pushing. As Scudero Ortiz now gets another 3-second time penalty. Alina's gap is now down to 4.1, 4.2, as she had a as she loses down on the straight, loses time on the straight, and now it's back down to 4.1. If she at least gets to 3 seconds, she'll be happy, because Zan's using all of his ERS. Alina's not used a bit of, well, as I say that, she uses ERS on the straight. But Zan has been very careful, trying not to get another track limit warning, as you saw him getting very close there. 4.3 the gap between 2 drivers now. 5 laps to go. 4.2. Firepool's getting very close to MVP Scarf. He will have DRS and won't have the ERS advantage. He will have the slipstream advantage though. As this yellow flag in sector 1, then there's been a crash. There's Webby. That's Webberson in the wall. He's lost his front wing. Coming out of the pit lane. After boxing for a brand new front wing 2 laps ago. He's gonna have to do it again. Which is not ideal, to say the least. Alina's gap is now down to 4 seconds. 4.1. And Abbas is already 5 seconds behind her. really intense now. There's more yellow flags coming out of that, as that is Tabs going slowly. I believe he might have just had a moment there, and the game just registered it as a spin. You can see Alina can just about see Zan right in front of her, who's just entering turn 1. 4.1 the gap, 4 laps to go. I don't think she'll be able to, she probably won't be able to do it. 4 laps, she'll have to be a second a lap faster every lap, as Abbas now got a 3-second time penalty. He's got 6 seconds now. Enviable Scarf still hasn't gotten a penalty, as Firepool's now going to try and go down the inside of the Enviable Scarf into turn 1. They get very close. Don't touch. Yeah, they don't touch, which is always a good thing. As we see some questionable interpretations of track limits, as Jeff likes to say. And now we've got Sappy also trying to get past Tabs. He's got 3, they both have 3 seconds penalties. Sappy's 9/10 back from Tabs. Gap between Alina and Zan is 4.2. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like she will be making it. As we see, Sappy, 95 car, the Lightning McQueen numbered car, chasing down Tabs now. 1.2 separate the two. 1.4, sorry. And 4 seconds now. Three laps now for the leading runners. So that's for the top 4 now. It's lap 22. Firepool's got the slip trim and the DRS, he's going to go down the inside. Sam Person's got a 3-second time penalty. So Alina has to push now. She's got to gain 1.3 seconds. Alina might get that P2 position from Zan if she gains 1.2 seconds, like I kept talking about. Get it in that 3-second window, and it's up to Zan to make his mistakes. So Alina really has to push now. Zan's also pushing. That's probably what got him his penalty. He's had the ERS deployed for the most of the lap. Enviable Scarf's going to try get Firepool back soon. Probably not through here. But Alina's now lost 0.3 of a second, 0.4 of a second to Zan. It's 4.6, almost 4.7 between the two. Firepool and Alfa Romeo still very close together as well. Scleroty's got another 3-second time penalty. It's a total of 9 seconds for him. 2 laps left to go. 3 laps left to go for Alina. Now 2 laps left to go for Alina. And oh, and they touch! And it's a Verstappen-Hamilton style crash in the same exact place. Enviable Scarf goes into the back of Firepool. In turn 26, 25, around that area. Alina's still pushing. She's got 2 laps left to get P2, but she doesn't want to risk losing that losing or DNFing. So what's that's going on? We're gonna watch the battle between Firepool and Enviable Scarf. But before I say anything further, if you're a SkyQ or Sky Glass customer, please make sure you press the red button on your remote to see highlights. Of the race alongside the live action. As Webbyson now sets the fast lap at 1:29.867. Enviable Scarf gets very close to Firepool now. 4.5 separating Alina and Zan. It's so difficult to keep track of all of this. 13 seconds between GBO and Zan. It's going to be a commanding victory for GBO. Alina's gap is down to 4.3 seconds. She's got to gain 1.3 seconds if she wants to get that P2. As Enviable Scarf gets a much better run on Firepool this time around through turn 24, 23. And he's going to go round the outside of Firepool. And he's going to be in front for turn 27. But he won't have the DRS. Firepool will have the DRS. And so Firepool will get back at him going into turn 1. 4.2 is the gap between Zan and Alina. Firepool and then Enviable Scarf are going to go side by side on the straight. Firepool gets past either before the in the middle of the straight, sorry. And now Alina is still 4.3 seconds back. She really has to push now. As we see another extra, oh, and that's very close between the Alfa Romeo and Red Bull. Enviable Scarf gets a much better run on Firepool and then almost goes into the back of him. And now Enviable Scarf's going to try to go around down the inside into turn 13. He makes it stick, or does he? Firepool gets out in front, but getting the momentum of being on the outside, on the high line as it's called. And Firepool still stays ahead. 2 tenths separate the drivers. It's barely a car's length between them now. And Firepool and Enviable Scarf gonna still go side by side, going down into the fast corners, turn 23 and 24 to be exact. Firepool has to back out of it to avoid an enormous crash, as now GBO starts the final lap, going through turn 6 or 7 or 8, as there's a yellow flag. That's a Ferrari, that's Zan. That's not Zan, that's, who is that? That's Ajox going slowly, sorry. As Enviable Scarf's going past Firepool now, and then as Firepool now will have DRS after Enviable Scarf gets past him in turn 27. He's tried to go down the, he's going to try to go down the outside. Will it work? Maybe. It will definitely work as he pushes, Enviable Scarf out of the way, and then Enviable Scarf's going to look down the inside, and he tries to go down the inside into the first couple of fast S sections. It's the final lap. GBO is now entering the final sector to finish this Grand Prix off, this exciting Grand Prix full of emotion. Enviable Scarf gets a 3-second time penalty, and he gets past Firepool going into turn 13. And now all he has to do is maintain that gap as GBO is going to round off the final corner to win in Saudi Arabia. GBO, the Dutchman in the Alpine, is going to win the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Next car to cross the line will be the Ferrari of Zan Prosen. But Enviable Scarf and Firepool are still fighting. Enviable Scarf is trying to get past Firepool as Firepool got back past him in turn 23. And Zan Prosen gets that P2 by 1.9 seconds. With penalties included. Alina P3. Next car Abbas, he's going to come home P4. That's an excellent position for him. Enviable Scarf has given up on getting that P5, but all he has to do is get within 3 seconds. That's Firepool's got 6 seconds, so it's going to be Firepool P6, Enviable Scarf P5. It's going to be Tabs P7. Then it's going to be Sappy come home P8 in the AlphaTauri. It's going to be a 4-8 for AlphaTauri. And then it's going to be the McLaren of Webby, who's now rounding off the final corner. And then we've got the back markers who have been lapped, and they've already finished their race. And Webby now across the line to be the final finish of the Saudi, final person to cross the line in the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And here we see driver of the day, Alina. Very well deserved. After having, after going from P10 to fighting for P3 and P4, then getting spun out to P8 and then back to P3. And here we have a race winner, GBO, the Dutchman. P2, we've got the Monegasque of Zen Prosen, and then finally P3, we've got the Red Bull Italian driver of Alina. So what an exciting and wonderful race that was. Anyways, here we have the final finishing order. On the left hand side, we've got the fastest, the race winner, GBO. who started, who had a commanding victory, finished 16 seconds ahead of Zan Prosen, going, just controlling the race through the whole time. Then we've got Zan Prosen, started P2, finished P2, solid performance from him in his first Tier 2 race, I believe it is. Then very solid performance, not just solid, excellent performance for Ferrari. Then Alina P3, started P10, dropped down to P8, then back to P3. Then we've got Abbas, Enviable Scarf, Fireport, Tabs, Sappi, Webison, Scuderia Ortiz, and finally we have somebody. I can't remember exactly who. It was Ajox, yes. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.